Roman Caesars were responsible for a great many things in our society. The Caesar salad, for example.
Don't forget Caesarean sections.
Oh yeah, epileptic Caesars.
What?
And what about Shakespearean plays?
Et tu, i.e.?
Et tu, indeed. And a little closer to our interests, the Impressions game simply titled Caesar, which appeared a few years ago.
And now, Impressions, who has just been acquired by Sierra, is bringing Caesar up to date with the brand new Caesar 2.
You know, I still can't get over the fact that this is an Impressions game.
No way.
This is easily the best thing they've ever done, and to be honest, the best city sim I've seen in a long time.
It puts the player in the role of a Roman governor at the dawn of the Roman Empire. Through judicious management of his provinces, the player rises through the ranks, eventually ending up as emperor.
There are really two modes of play in Caesar 2, the city mode, which is where you'll spend most of your time, and the provincial mode. It's possible to play the game only from the city mode, but playing the full game requires playing both, which is how Caesar 2 plays best anyway.
Playing in the city mode requires building things like houses, libraries, and roads, while making sure there's enough water and city employees. If this sounds familiar, there's a good reason. This plays almost exactly like SimCity 2000.
But Caesar 2 gets in closer to the action and looks a lot better. With all the wonderful marble-tiled forums, the stone coliseums, the beautiful gardens and houses, it's fun just to watch someone play Caesar 2.
There are also well-done 3D rendered animations to highlight special events. This game is like having a piece of art on your computer.
Looking good doesn't guarantee that a game is playable, but Caesar 2's design lives up to its graphics. All of the intricate real estate and financial aspects you'd expect in a good city sim are all here.
The driving force for growth in this game is based on land value. The higher the value, the more developed a structure will become, which translates into more people and money.
It's a lot more complicated than it may sound. For example, a house's value increases when it's close to things like schools and temples, but the value becomes limited when too close to markets and businesses.
But the catch is, you still have to locate houses close enough to businesses to make them happy, but not too close to limit their land value. It's a little bit more complicated to play than SimCity 2000.
The second main mode of play is the provincial mode. Here your city is just part of a larger area, and while you're in charge of the capital city, there are other cities in your province.
By hooking these cities up to your capital city with roads, you increase trade between them, and there are areas where you can set up specific industries.
You can establish farms on good farmland, mine or quarry in rocky areas, and you can set up ports by the sea.
With all of these people and their money around, it won't be long before the bad guys come calling. So you can build provincial walls to help protect your loyal subjects from attacks by any outside invaders.
But a good army is the best protection, so forts can be located around your province to house your soldiers in case you have to get rough with some uncivilized barbarian types.
The combat feature in Caesar 2 really helps set this game apart from other city sims.
This gives it that little extra involvement that was missing from SimCity 2000. You allocate your resources in order to build up a provincial army. Then, when any bad guys come around, it's time to rumble.
When you send out your cohort to meet the enemy, you're given an option of whether or not to personally lead your troops into battle. If you choose to personally take command, you're taken to the battle screen.
You see the troops for both sides facing off on the battlefield, but the battle hasn't started yet. You're given the chance to arrange your troops to your liking before you set the battle into motion.
You can pause the game at any time to give orders, or you can issue commands while the battle is occurring. You can have your troops attack in columns or lines, retreat or pursue, and you can order your troops with slings to aim at a certain area.
But basically, combat consists of you giving orders and the computer calculating the outcome. It would have been nice to have a little more involvement or depth, but overall it's not bad.
What really helps make this a great game is the interface. Everything is simple to use and easy to understand.
The city mode commands are arranged in a block of icons on the right side of the screen where everything you want to do can be easily accessed.
If there are more detailed options, like selecting the water icon and choosing a reservoir to build, sub-menus pop up and let you choose.
There's a bar that lets you easily move between city and provincial mode, and you can also choose to go to the forum from here.
The forum is the place where the player gets most of his information and can control all aspects of his province. A set of advisors can be clicked on to gain information on taxes, the army, and the workforce.
Your empire rating is limited by your low imperial favor. When the emperor talks, you should listen.
If you get confused on which advisor is which, there's a menu at the bottom of the screen with all of the areas of government.
Everything is controllable from the mouse, and it doesn't get any more intuitive or simple than this. Most actions are accomplished from a minimum of mouse clicks, so you can keep your mind on the game and not spending all your time with repetitive clicking.
But overall, the goal is not simply to grow as big as possible. The Emperor has very specific expectations for your province.
There are 4 areas that your province is evaluated on: empire, peace, prosperity, and culture. Each area has a percentage that the player must reach through developing his province.
When all 4 areas match or exceed the percentage goal, the Emperor offers the player a promotion. If the promotion is taken, it's off to a brand new province where everything starts all over again.
But the promotion doesn't have to be taken. The player can continue to build and expand the current province, with the Emperor re-evaluating the province every 10 or 25 years thereafter.
For a while there, it seemed like SimCity 2000 wasn't ever going to be topped, or matched for that matter. But it looks like Caesar 2 is just the sim to do it.
It's not a perfect game. I mean, you can't rotate buildings to match the area. You have to rotate the area to match the building. It's confusing and extremely inconvenient, but at least it's possible.
Caesar 2 has taken everything good about the city sim genre and improved on it. This is better looking and more fun than any game out there. If you buy just 10 games this year, make sure this is one of them.
This is a very beautiful title with the addictive gameplay qualities that are going to keep you up past your bedtime for many months to come.
Hail Caesar!